Did you know there are 4 types of exercises to build muscle? Compound exercises. Exercises that use multiple muscle groups to lift the weight up. They usually consist of a prime mover and synergists, or muscles that aid in the movement. So if we're looking at a squat, the prime movers are the quadriceps, and the synergists are the calves, the adductors, the glutes. You could throw the lower back in there if you want. Obviously, we don't want to lift with our lower back. Other examples are the leg press, lat pull down, pull-ups, bent over rows, seated rows, incline bench press, close grip bench press, split squats, lunges, prone dumbbell rows. There is a ton, and these are the bang for buck exercises. Out of all of the exercise types, they cause us the most fatigue, but they do allow us to lift the most weight. So they are very good for strength training and hypertrophy as well. But just be aware that doing an entire program of compounds only is going to be very fatiguing. So that's why we like to use the second type of exercises, that are isolation exercises. These types of exercises only utilize one muscle group, and that one muscle group lifts the weight alone. The dumbbell lateral raise is a good example. The medial deltoid is lifting the weight. There's no other muscles that are assisting. Other examples are the leg extension, the leg curl, the bicep curl, the tricep push down, the standing calf raise. These are only using one muscle. And these are super important because if we were just to do compound exercises, we would accumulate too much fatigue and it'd be very hard to recover from. And that's why we introduce isolation exercises, usually towards the back end of a workout, because as we accumulate more fatigue, we want to do exercises that cause us less fatigue, but we can still get a good stimulus with. So after doing bench press and getting super fatigued, and then maybe doing the chest press machine, you can do a chest fly or you can do a tricep push down. You're still hitting the same muscle groups, but it's going to cost you less in the fatigue area and you're going to get more stimulus. So the stimulus to fatigue ratio is a bit better, but we don't lift as much load. So for strength, that's where we kind of pay the price. But if muscle building is the goal for you, you purely just want to get jacked, then isolation exercises are great. And that's why you'll often see a lot of bodybuilders doing a ton of isolation work, because they don't want to get too fatigued, because then they have to take days off the gym, and if they're taking days off the gym, that means they're not training and building muscle. They want the least amount of fatigue and the most amount of muscle building stimulus or hypertrophy stimulus, and that often comes from isolation work. Or if it is compound exercises, they're exercises that don't really beat up the joints. Engagement exercises. This type of exercise is not actually to engage the muscle. That's so 2010. It's 2023, and these types of exercises are not about engaging muscles, but engaging our social media audience. By any means necessary. Time fillers. These exercises have a high probability of showing up in your workout program if your personal trainer has at least one of these 3 things. Number 1, has time to kill at the end of the session. Number 2, has to take a leak and give you something to do in the meantime. Number 3, hasn't refreshed their qualifications or education in a few years. These are exercises like burpees, mountain climbers, jumping jacks, Bosu ball split squats, Bosu ball lunges, Bosu ball squats, pretty much anything on a Bosu ball. Running on a treadmill when they're present, and you could pretty much do that on your own. Obviously those last 2 were a joke, and the first 2 types of exercises, the compounds and the isolation, are the 2 that are going to make up your muscle building programs or your hypertrophy workouts. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that what you see on social media and what you see, even if you have a personal trainer in a gym, is not essentially going to be the best thing for you, which is why it's important to brush up your education by watching my videos on YouTube to help grow your knowledge. And obviously there's other people on YouTube that you can watch, but you're here watching this, so you may as well watch a few other videos. The personal trainer industry is like the Wild West. You just get your Cert 3 and 4, then you just can train people. Once you get your Cert 3 and 4, you can pretty much train anyone and do whatever you want. There's no real template to follow. There's no real system in place to make sure you're giving your client the best workout possible for their goals. So if you happen to be doing a bunch of stupid shit with your personal trainer, maybe you should consider getting another one. Maybe you should consider having a chat and saying, hey, do you really think this is the best thing for my goals? And if they think it is the best thing for their goals, then that's really cool. But maybe you're not the client for them and you need someone with a bit more experience and a bit more knowledge to write a program that's actually going to get you to your goals, because you're paying your hard-earned money into their purse or wallet. I don't know what they have. Man purse, it's 2023. And what we see online is hardly ever an educational post, unless you're following me on Instagram at Brock Ashby. People are posting for education. They're posting for likes. They're putting their butt in your face. They're putting their boobs in your face. They're putting whatever you want to see in your face because it's popping up in your algorithm. And if you're liking it or if you're watching it, the algorithm knows. So don't be surprised when something pops up on your phone and you're, oh, I didn't want to see that. You're the one that's watching it. So just be aware, online, it's probably not the best place to get a workout. Because if someone's posting a ton of educational shit, they're probably not popping up on your feed because they're not going viral, because they're posting squats, deadlifts, lateral raises, bench press, chest press machine. That's boring. You know that you have to do that, but you want the fast gimmick. You want the shortcut. But guess what? And this is what this video is about. There's no shortcuts. We do compound exercises at the start of our workouts. We do 3 or 4 of them. And then we do our isolation exercises towards the back end of the workouts. We might do 2 to 4 of them. We train 3 to 5 times per week. We sleep 7 to 9 hours a day. We walk 8 to 10,000 steps per day. We repeat that year after year after year. And that is how we build an awesome body. Not from these stupid time filler exercises, not with these stupid engagement exercises that are flooding our smartphones and flooding our brain and flooding our commercial gym with shitty workouts. The basics. There's a reason the squat, the deadlift, the bench press, the chest press machine, the lat pull down machine, the seated row machine haven't left commercial gyms, because it worked. If you want any more no BS fitness advice, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more content like this, then click this video. You're gonna love it.